guys, good morning. It is Monday and welcome to the start of another weekly vlog. If you are not up to date, I am currently in Maryland once again to continue my vision therapy. Today's gonna be a pretty busy day because I also have an evaluation with a physical therapist down here who's actually the physical therapist who trained my therapist at home. We're gonna be down here for 2 weeks and I cannot survive 2 weeks without physical therapy. So we are seeing him, I think, twice a week while we're down here. And I even have this little goodie bag that my physical therapist sent with me to give to him. She made one for him and one for the neurosurgeon that I see down here. She made like these truffles and it's, let's see, it's like pretzels and then cookie butter covered in chocolate and then drizzled with toffee. She is just amazing. Like, they look so good. If I could eat, I would totally have eaten them all by now. Anyway, it is time for me to leave. I will check in with you guys in a little while, probably between my physical therapy appointment and my vision therapy appointment. Alright guys, we are just leaving the physical therapist's office now, and he was just absolutely incredible. He totally lived up to all of the rave reviews I've gotten. It almost felt more like a therapy session. He was just so easy to talk to and really sweet, and he immediately zeroed in on the fact that I'm terrible at relaxing and I always am just kind of go, 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 want to feel productive, and he is really challenging me to take that time to just take a deep breath and to relax and get in touch with my body. Some of the things that I had been working on already and kind of fallen away from, I think I just put a lot of pressure on myself, and it creates a lot of stress that I don't even necessarily know is there, and the stress kind of just builds up inside of your body and it can cause a lot of problems. So I think I might actually get off a little bit easy these next 2 weeks when it comes to physical therapy exercises, which is kind of nice because I'm going to be going to a lot of different appointments and I'm going to be pretty tired. And plus there are a lot of people down here right now that we want to see. A lot of friends are here, so it'll be nice not to be completely exhausted every single day. Maybe I'm wrong though, we'll have to see. But overall, that was just a really good experience, and my headache feels so much better. He did a lot of cranial sacral therapy today. It really helped a lot of my headache and my eye pain, which is totally perfect because now I am on my way to the vision therapy appointment. We just left my vision appointment, which went really, really well. It feels good to be back. And I was really glad that I felt like I didn't have any backsliding. I felt like I was able to pick up right where I left off 3 months ago, which I was kind of worried about because I had every intention of doing all of my vision exercises like every single day. And it ended up being like a couple times a week, some weeks, and then some weeks I would be better and do it like every day. But I didn't feel like I did any backsliding. I felt like I made a lot of progress actually. I was doing things that I wasn't able to do when I left last time. So that's good. And now we are just trying to get our half hour of walking in. We're gonna grab some stuff at CVS. I don't know if I'm gonna make it a half an hour. It's been a long day. My body is very tired. I really only need like some pens and some Sharpies. Well, I'm sold. Okay, so when we were in CVS, I realized that I hadn't brought any watercolor paint with me, which is unusual for me. I usually don't really go anywhere without watercolors, but I guess I just kind of overlooked it. So I picked up one of those like Crayola watercolor kits, and they didn't have watercolor paper. So we decided, okay, we'll just go to Walmart, and I'm sure they have some. We don't really have a Walmart at home. I mean, I'm sure there's one like in the state, but we don't have one that we go to. I don't really know where the closest one is. I don't know, maybe Walmarts are just like more common down south. I don't know. Everyone keeps laughing at me because I keep calling this down south. To us, this is down south. But to a lot of my other friends who are here, this is north. So I've only ever been to Walmart like a couple times in my life, and oh my gosh, like that was the biggest store I think I've ever been in my whole life. And like every 5 seconds I felt like we were in a different store, and it's like a maze, like an obstacle course. I don't know. By the time we even found the craft section, I was already overheated and having like a POTS attack, so I was like, oh no, I'm gonna faint. So I just sat on the floor. And it turned out that they didn't even have any watercolor paper left because it's like back to school time, so basically everything was sold out. Are all Walmarts like this? It was like gigantic. It had like a Subway in it, and it had like a bank. Now I'm sitting in the Staples parking lot, and my mom ran in to see if they have watercolor paper. I mean, like I didn't want to paint that badly, but now I feel like we're kind of invested in this. Oh, talk about physical therapy. I thought I was gonna die in that Walmart. Okay, success. We have procured the watercolor paper. Who knew that that would be so difficult?
Hi guys.
Hi.
It's always nice to see you guys together again.
I know, it's nice to be together, but it's not nice that you're still here.
Stuck in Maryland. We've all been there many a time, yeah. Say bye. Say bye.
For your vlog.
Bye. Hey, buddy. Isn't this the most terrifying thing you've ever seen in your whole life?
And look at the colors. You both are in the same color.
Oh,
That's
match.
enough.
Oh.
Yeah, you match.
All right.
Watch out with that leg, girl.
Shoot, you guys, I just accidentally fell asleep for like a really long time. It's like midnight now and I'm just waking up, and I realized that I have got to take a shower tonight. Usually I have the entire weekend de-access with the port so I can give my hair a nice deep cleaning without having to worry about getting the port wet, but because of the weird port issues we had and then we were traveling, I wasn't able to de-access until this morning, Monday morning, and they're coming tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, to re-access me. So today is my only day. I hope I'm not waking up the whole house. I'm running a bath now. I'm gonna take like a little bath, and then I'm going to just like really deep clean my hair. And I'm really supposed to relax and rest. I came down here expecting to be like all gung-ho and like do a ton of exercises and stuff like that. And really the general consensus seems to be that I need to get more rest and that I'm too busy. So that should be interesting. Resting for me is actually a lot harder than doing stuff. So this could actually be a challenge. Sorry about this, little guy. I'm gonna break off. Good morning. Today is day 2 of my therapies. Today I only have vision therapy, but I do have 2 sessions going on. We were supposed to have a visiting nurse come today and access my port this morning, but unfortunately that didn't happen. I don't know what the problem was. Sometimes there's just an issue with faxing in the orders and getting the right person to the right place. But it is nice, I have to say, to have my port de-accessed for a while. See, look at how small that scar is getting. But anyway, I'm on everyone else's schedule, so I just kind of have to take what I can get. I get it, but hopefully they can send someone out later on today when we get back, because I feel like I'm in desperate need of saline. Hi guys, I am checking in before I go to bed. Today was a pretty good day. My vision therapy went really well. I'm actually pretty darn proud of myself because we were doing some of the exercises that I was doing last time, but this time they were just so much easier and I felt like they came so much more naturally. But I'm continuing to realize that a lot of my problems seem to be that I'm just not good at relaxing. It's kind of strange because, of course, when you're having trouble reading or seeing something, all you want to do is like strain and try harder and harder to look at it. And what I keep finding out is that sometimes instead of straining to see, what I really need to do is relax my eyes, and then everything comes into focus. But it was kind of a really big struggle. I just have such tight muscles. My body is just constantly struggling to hold itself together, and that is especially problematic in this area for obvious reasons. So I was trying to like do my exercises, and like this like eyelid was twitching, and like all through my neck was twitching, and my jaw was spasming. It was so weird. And a lot of the exercises that we did standing up, I had to do a lot of balancing. So I feel like I honestly got a pretty full body workout today. And after that, we came home and I visited with some of my other EDS friends. It was really funny because we were all trying out some of the various CBD products, as well as like the essential oils that each other had. So by the end of the night, like the whole room smelled like a crazy mishmash of essential oils, and we were all like slippery. We had oil all over the place. The general consensus is that the CBD oil really did help a lot of us, at least with muscle relaxation. My mom has been having a problem with one of the tendons in her, or maybe both. Do you have it on both sides? My mom has been having some pain in the tendons above her elbows, and she rubbed some of the, I think she used the salve on one side and the drops on the other. Is that right?
Some drops under my tongue.
And some drops under her tongue. So she was feeling some relief. I guess we don't really know which one worked. But I'm definitely going to be doing more research because the price difference is really quite vast. And one of my friends who was here tonight had an ointment that she paid $30 for. And I just really wonder what the difference between strains are and how much price really does affect the symptom relief and how much you have to use to get that. I have to say I'm a little bit frustrated because I was supposed to have a home nurse come today and access my port. They were supposed to send someone this morning, and then they were supposed to send someone this evening, and that didn't happen. They're talking about sending someone tomorrow, but we don't know if they're going to be able to send someone before we have to leave for my vision therapy, and then we get back kind of late. I really don't know what's going to happen if I don't have IV saline soon. I'm already feeling kind of desperate, and that worries me, especially because I have 2 appointments tomorrow. My mom has really been on top of them for like at least a week now to try to get all of these orders faxed and to get them to come on the right days. And I don't know, someone just really dropped the ball along the way, and it wasn't us. I'm just glad that, you know, I'm not completely dependent on the port for like TPN or medication that I would have some kind of withdrawals from. But I do, you know, really struggle when I miss out on some of my saline treatments. So this kind of stinks, especially because I just really want to make the most out of every single day that we have down here. But what can you do? Thank God we were able to get me accessed this morning. I really did not think that they were going to be able to get a nurse out, but my mom just kept calling. By now, I've already missed a day of saline, and I am already struggling so much. And unfortunately, now I'm accessed, but we have to go to all of my appointments, so I can't run the fluids right now. I have to wait until tonight when we get home. Honestly, it's gonna be a little bit difficult making it through this day. I'm just really glad that we got it accessed. It has a blood return, so we are in the clear on that one. It just should not be that hard. We made it to the physical therapist's office. We ended up being like a half hour early, so I'm just sitting in the parking lot and crocheting because I can't stand to not be doing something. My mom just ran into the dollar store. Sometimes we just end up being super early for appointments because you just never know what the traffic is going to be like, especially around here. You just really never know because we're kind of right in the middle of like Baltimore and DC, so we kind of get stuck in both of that traffic depending on where we are going. But I'm the type of person who would rather be like an hour and a half early and sit in the car than like 5 minutes late. But anyway, we just got off the phone with my GI specialist. Some of my test results came back from my pelvic floor study. She said that I failed it pretty miserably, which I kind of already knew. I'm not gonna get into any details, but there were certain things that were supposed to happen that didn't happen. So now I am being referred to pelvic floor physical therapy, which sounds really fun, and exactly what I need in my life is more therapy appointments. But I'm super glad that there is a therapy designed for this, and I am going to give it my all, just like I do with all of my other therapies. And then I also asked them about reincorporating food, about how I would go about that, if I needed to have another swallow study before I'm allowed to try any different consistencies. So they said yes, I do, because I'm kind of complicated and I am allergic to barium. They want me to have an appointment with a speech and swallow specialist and talk over my options and talk about incorporating food, and then they could observe me while I try different things. That's just a whole other therapy that I have to add into my routine. I don't know when I'm gonna find the time to do all this. It really has become my full-time job and my mom's full-time job to take care of my body and to find out what's going on. All right, it is time for me to go in. I will update you guys afterwards. Once again, that was a really great appointment. His personality is just so lovely. I really do feel like seeing him is like seeing like a therapist. It's even better than that. You can talk to him on a different level. He gets you as a person as a whole, not just even your body as a person, as a spirit, as a mind. And he does seem to be doing some slightly different things than I'm used to at home. But again, came, you know, all ready to work out, and we never even left the table. I really love all the physical therapy I'm doing at home, and I love the exercises. But I do think that this is kind of the perfect thing to be doing in conjunction with all of these other vision appointments. Guys, this is totally exhausting. I mean, I had to wake up for the nurse to come and access my port, and then it's like an hour-and-a-half drive to the physical therapist. Saw the physical therapist, then it's like another hour drive to vision therapy. We're just arriving at vision therapy, and I am like, I don't know where I'm gonna get this energy from. It would be so easy to just say, oh, I can't do this, I'm too tired. Like, this is too much for me, I don't feel well. But this is what I'm here for, and totally aware of how lucky I am to have these opportunities. So, gotta just stay in the right mind frame and power through. Of course, I'll let them know if I really need a break, but I think most of it is just my mental energy is zapped. Well, guys, today was a total bust. I had 2 sessions of vision therapy scheduled for today, but when I woke up, it was pretty darn clear to me that that was not going to happen. My autonomic nervous system just completely gave out on me today. If you guys didn't know, I have something called dysautonomia, which is a dysregulation of your autonomic nervous system. That's a lot of big words, but it basically means that my body doesn't properly regulate things like my blood pressure, my heart rate, my temperature, my respiration, my digestion, and these are all things that we have been specifically targeting a lot this week. So I wonder if kind of messing around with that, coupled with my exhaustion, along with missing a day of saline, just kind of all came together to make the perfect storm. Anyway, this morning I woke up and I had a 101 point something degree fever and just complete body aches, couldn't even move. I was so weak I couldn't even call out for my mom. Luckily, she did eventually wake up We got a lot of fans on me, we got some ice, we were able to cool my body down a little bit, and I mostly just slept all of the day. When I did wake up around 4 or 5 o'clock tonight, I was able to do a little bit of crocheting, which was nice. This was originally supposed to be a blanket, but then I realized I forgot to kind of bring a little shrug sweater with me, so I decided to just turn it into a little shrug. I don't know, I didn't have any kind of pattern and I've never done this before, so it's not very professional, but I like it. I'll definitely show you guys more of it when I'm able to get up and out of bed. Good morning, guys. It is Friday morning and I'm feeling so much better. My temperature has finally stabilized and that means I get to go to vision therapy. So that is what we are doing. We are leaving right now because I am running late, but I do have 2 sessions today. It's probably going to be a little bit rough, but tomorrow is the weekend and I have the whole weekend off to rest, so totally worth it. I'm back at a Walmart. What is happening to me? This is like the most impossible place to stay on task ever. Like, I'm pretty sure, ooh, masks. I don't know what I'm here for or where I am. Someone send help. Hello guys, happy Saturday. I do not have any appointments over the weekend, so I have all day today and tomorrow to just relax. Although I do have some home exercises that I do have to work on. Oh wait, I told you guys I would show you this little shrug that I made a little bit better. I am not in any way an expert crocheter. I only know how to make granny squares and little hearts and the most basic of hats. I will insert a little fashion show here. In about a half hour, we have a bunch of zebra friends who are basically our family at this point. They're coming over and we're gonna have a nice little dinner and we are going to watch The Sound of Music, which I'm so excited about. I am always up for a good musical. And there's something I did want to mention. I hope you don't think that this channel is turning into like a product review channel, but I know this is something that I've been really desperate about and I assume that means a lot of you guys are too. I am pretty severely vitamin deficient in almost every vitamin. I have always been pretty vitamin deficient, but since switching to tube feeding and to this formula, it's been really bad. So I've tried many different kinds and brands of vitamin supplements like iron and B12. I believe they gave me some B12 injections to do at one point, but I think I reacted to those. I reacted to something and it might have been something else that I was using while I was using those, but now I'm afraid to go back and try it again. My doctor said that my mast cell isn't stable enough for an iron infusion. I'm always exhausted, my hair is falling out. So my friend Rachel, who you guys met, recommended these to me. They're like transdermal vitamin patches. I have never done well with anything transdermal because of my adhesive allergies. I didn't have a lot of faith in it, but I did decide to take the plunge. I ordered their multivitamin, and last night I did put one on, and I have to say I was pretty shocked to wake up this morning with no reaction to the adhesive. I have zero idea how my body is going to react to the vitamins themselves, or if my skin will get tired of this patch, but you do change the patch daily, so I figure I can move it around if I get itchy spots. But anyway, Rachel has always had really bad problems with her iron, especially after surgery. It's not really my story to tell, but anyway, she ends up having to need iron infusions after all of her surgeries. She said ever since she started using these patches, her iron levels have actually like completely leveled out. She said after this last surgery, she didn't need an infusion. So I was like, if it works for her, it's totally worth trying out. So I have one kind of on my hip right now. They recommend putting it on like the back of your shoulder, or I think your chest or your hip, because those are the areas with the least amount of hair. So I was like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to put it on the back of my shoulders or my chest. That is my most sensitive skin. So I went for the hip, and so far so good. I really don't know much about this. I don't know if it's going to work. I'll definitely let you guys know if I notice any changes in how I'm feeling or my blood work, or if I start to react to these. This is the company. It's called Patch MD. No one's paying me to say this. I ordered these myself off their website. They have no idea that I'm using these, but they have like all these different ones. They have like specific iron and B12 and C and biotin, omega. Maybe if this goes well, I will invest in some of the iron or B12. I am super pumped for our movie night, so I'm gonna go because they'll be here any minute. I will check in with you guys later. Greetings, you guys, from future editing me. I just realized that I totally forgot to close last week's vlog, so I am doing it now. Thank you guys for coming along on this week with me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That'd be super cool. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe and join our little family here. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!